Add to Flipboard magazine. Go to jail. A piece of news you might have missed while you were jamming vegan tofurkey legs up your mouth hole you are gross is that the legal team for disgraced former National Security Advisor literal actual foreign agent Michael Flynn has deleted and blocked Donald Trump's legal team, which is seen by many as a sign Flynn is officially in the process of singing like a canary for special counsel Robert Mueller's choir of canary singers. This came after weeks of scoops about Mueller closing in on Flynn's weird foreign agent business dealings and his weird alleged plan to kidnap a Turkish cleric living in America and deliver him to Flynn's pals in Turkey, at which point the cleric would probably be murdered by the Turkish regime. The Washington Post has a piece about another weird thing Mueller might have on Flynn, namely his work for an American company that wanted to do uraniums to Russia. Whoa, if true, right? In June 2015, retired Lieutenant Gen. Michael Flynn took a little notice trip to Egypt and Israel, paid for by a U.S. company he was advising. The company hoped to build more than 24 nuclear plants in the region in partnership with Russian interests. Flynn's quiet involvement in that project, and his failure to disclose his ties to the effort, could complicate the legal issues facing President Trump's former national security advisor, who has signaled he may be willing to cooperate with special counsel Robert S. Mueller. 3. Michael Flynn and NUCULA are uranium and Russia bad in the same sentence. Lock him up, lock him up, lock him up. So this is just another of the million foreign agent things Flynn failed to disclose. Weird, right? Especially since he was doing this particular work all the way to the end of 2016, during the Trump transition, just before he was named National Security Advisor. As WAPO reports, Flynn was given many opportunities to disclose his $20,152,016 work for a company, ACU Strategic Partners, which wanted to do uraniums to Russia in the Middle East but didn't manage to get around to disclosing it until August of this year, which according to calendars is long after Trump fired him as National Security Advisor. Anyway, Michael Flynn's uranium the idea to build several dozen, proliferation-proof nuclear power plants across Persian Gulf states. The plan relied heavily on Russian interests, which would help build the plants, as well as possibly take possession of spent fuel that could be used to build a nuclear weapon, according to people familiar with the project. Did we say, lock him up, yet? We probably should lock him up. We knew about this particular aspect of Flynn's foreign agent work already. What's new is the sheer numbers of times Flynn failed to disclose the work, which, as House Oversight Committee Chair Trey Gowdy says in WAPO, would carry criminal penalties, if true. Gowdy is of course not helping his Democratic counterparts like committee ranking Democrat Elijah Cummings get answers on this, copping out by saying, Congress does not, and cannot, prosecute crimes, and punting it over to Mueller and Deputy Ag Rod Rosenstein. He's such a fucker. Intelligence expert funny person Eric Garland pointed something out about this on the Twitter box. We would add that Trump sure did talk a lot about the election being rigged, just before he inexplicably squeaked out a victory grading on the curve that is the Electoral College. Oh, and he always talked about how Hillary Clinton's email scandal was bigger than Watergate, all while his campaign was conspiring with Russia in an actual scandal that we're pretty sure is way bigger than Watergate. Trump and his people always do say the quiet parts loud, if you know what you're listening for. Of course, Flynn's kid also was pushing lies about Hillary Clinton running a child sex ring, so we can't wait to see what else Mueller has uncovered in his investigation. Follow Evan Hurst on Twitter right here. Wonkit salaries and servers are fully paid for by you. If you love us, click here to fund us. Washington Post add to Flipboard magazine. We love you, you pay our rent.